Alright guys, what is up everyone? I am back. I'm going to be trying to upload every other day, but make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, comment so we can hit the algorithm, spread the message to young men like you. If you guys gain some knowledge, make sure you, like I said, like the video, comment, subscribe so we hit the algorithm. But for today's video, this is a very important one when it comes to dating. You must get your life together first in order to date high quality women. Even women too, because if you're not high quality yourself and you're chasing girls all day, you're gonna lose more money chasing girls than making money. Because if you're working on yourself, making a decent amount of money, the girls will come to you because they see like you're a high value man, you're like the top 10% of men. Topic of the video is you have to become high quality in order to date those 9s, 8s, 9s and 10s. And you know, if you're like a bum and you don't have your own place, you live with your mom and you're in her basement or whatever, you will be able to attract them. I'm telling you, if you just go play the numbers game, cold approach, and just go talk to them, they will give you a chance. You will be able to smash, but you won't be able to keep them. Maybe for after you smash and she gets to know you, she's gonna be like, oh, this guy's faking it, like he's not high quality, this is not the man I want, and she'll leave you like that and replace you. I'm telling you, you guys will be able to attract them, but you won't be able to maintain them. You won't be for the long run. And I want you guys to maintain the highest quality girl you want, because in my opinion, relationships are a beautiful thing. You know, building with someone, getting to know them, connection, intimacy, that's the best thing. But if you guys are like, you want to build a rotation and all that shit, if you become a high quality man too, you'll be able to do that. So the bare minimum is become the best version of yourself. If you don't have your shit together, like if you don't have your own place, if you don't have a somewhat ripped, lean body, if you're not making 6 figures a year, you shouldn't even be considering dating girls, because like you don't even have your life in order. How are you gonna, if you're looking for like a long-term relationship or something, and you won't be able to take care of her, ultimately after like a year or two, she's gonna want, like, you know, more from you. She probably will want to move in together and stuff like that. So just first you got to put in the grind, put women aside for like a year if you're new to the journey, and just work on yourself. And every 6 months you'll surpass the average guys. You know, every 6 months you'll get better. Every 6 months, before you might have been attracting 5s or 6, and then after 6 months now you're attracting 6 or 7s. And then once you get your money up, your body gets right, you know, you're gonna start attracting more girls. You don't have to do much cold approaching. Girls are gonna give you choosing signals. They're gonna look at you more, and you can just go and approach. You get more positive reinforcement, and the percentage of you getting rejected is very low. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, you guys can go get those 9s and 10s, but you won't be able to maintain them. You can attract them, you know, but you're gonna get rejected more often if you're like a guy that's 300 pounds, say for a guy that's like 180, 10% body fat, and he won't get rejected as much because he put in the work. So just to go back, recap, if you want to go in the dating market, you have to bare minimum, this is bare minimum, make 100K a year, have a somewhat ripped body, have your own place, a decent apartment. You know, you can't be living in your mom's basement or your dad's basement and go out and dating. You can't be doing that. Once you do that, you'll be able to like attract those 9s and 10s you always wanted, those high quality girls. The sex is gonna be better. People are gonna be looking at you like you're the man, you know, going on dates with these kind of girls, and you're gonna be more happy overall. And also, if those 9s or 10s, if you're like in a short-term relationship or whatever, 3 to 4 months, and then she leaves you, you'll be able to replace her so easily because you have a pool of women, because you make that kind of money. You're a high value man. You know, you don't give a shit if she leaves you. You won't be in a drought for like a year looking for another girl to replace her, or you won't go down because you know you can attract that level of woman and be able to replace her really easily. If you're making 6 figures a year, ripped body, have your own place, you're gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna have a different swagger. You're gonna have a lot of confidence, and you're not gonna take shit from no one. If a girl disrespects you or something, most guys are simps nowadays. If a girl if a girl disagrees with them, the guy's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that, I agree with you, blah blah blah. But um if if you're like, if you put in the work, once you put in the work, your confidence starts to go up. Once you put in the work, you won't take shit from them. If they disagree with you, you're gonna own up, be like, yeah, I don't agree with that. Then she's gonna respect you more, because you're like, oh, this guy is different. Like, he disagrees with me, he puts me in my place. Well, most guys are just agreeing with them, paying for everything, and not getting anything in return. And your time is gonna be very scarce, because if girls are playing games, you don't want to meet up with you or have a date with you, you're gonna cut them off immediately, because you're like, you know what, I put in the work. This girl right here, she didn't put in any work. She's 21 with nothing. I make 6 figures a year. I have a red body, have my own place. Maybe you have more status now too, and you won't take shit from them. Also from men too. Like, if they disrespect you, this happens with me now. Like, I've been putting in the work for a year and a half, and I can't imagine like in 3 years, like how I'm gonna be. But like, I don't take shit from no one. If a guy disrespects me or some shit, I tell them right there and then. Even a girl, if they're like late to a date or something, I'm like, oh, someone is late, like what happened and shit like that. And I call girls out on their BS. If they're playing games or something, you just cut them off immediately. And that's what you should do. You shouldn't, like, if you're talking to girls, you shouldn't be texting them for a month and not even and she's not even making time to set up a date with you. Like, you're just putting your time and attention to her. She's getting the validation. You don't want that. If she's not willing to meet up with you, just cut your ties right then and there. Move on to the next one. So just to recap, the bare minimum to do is, before going into the dating field, is, because right now, like, if you're an average guy, even getting average girls is hard. You're gonna have to put in a lot of work, but if you work on yourself, you're gonna be making more money, and the girls will come too. The girls are always gonna be there. They're not going anywhere. A new girl turns 18 every day, so don't fear like you're missing out or something. You see those couples and shit like that. Don't fear that. But just to recap, make 6 figures a year, have your own place, and have a somewhat red body. Those 3 things, if you have those, then you can go on a dating place. It'll be way easier. If you're just a normal guy going to the dating scene, it's gonna be really hard for you, because you're competing with athletes, actors, celebrities, shit like that, and it's gonna be really hard for you. And plus, if the girl leaves you, it's gonna take a long time for you to like bounce back, because you won't be able to replace that girl. If she's like really, if that was the best girl you got at that time, it's gonna be really hard to replace her, because you're not that high quality person or the best version of yourself yet. And you're gonna be like, I wasted my time, she left me. You're gonna be heartbroken, shit like that. But on the other hand, if you put in the work, you'll be able to replace her easily. If she's like, oh, I'm leaving, you'll be able to walk away. You're gonna have abundance mindset, because there's gonna be other girls around. Like, I put in the work, I'm a decent looking guy, I make 6 figures a year, I have this car, I have this apartment, and you're not gonna give a shit. So that's the bare minimum you guys have to do before entering the dating scene or going dating. That's what I find out, because if you don't have your own place, you're gonna bring her to your dad's house, like, or your mom's house. That's like kind of weird if you're like 23, 24, 25, or late 20s and you're doing that. But if you bring her to your house, you can fuck her anywhere you want, in the living room, in the kitchen, and anywhere, more freedom. You don't have to worry about your parents coming or shit like that, and she's gonna respect you more. She's gonna be like, oh, this is a real man, he got his shit together. And the girls are gonna try to lock you down, and it's gonna be your decision to accept that girl, to have a relationship with that girl, or not. And you'll be able to choose from that, because there's not gonna be many guys like you. So that's the topic of the video. Before entering the dating scene, make sure you guys make 100K a year. In America, 100K a year, in the north, it's pretty doable. Like, in America, if you live in America or a Western country, you should be able to make 100K a year easily. Like, you should become successful. If you're not successful in a first world country, you're a fucking loser. I'm telling you. You gotta have this mentality, because it's there's so many opportunities in the Western world. Like you can make 100K easily, like, and just have a red body, go to the gym. There'll always be time in the gym. If you're making excuses in the gym, like there should be no excuse. There should always be time in the gym. 1 hour, go 3 times a week minimum. You'll see gains. Just clean up your diet, easy, and make sure you have your own place. That's the other reason. And those are the things to recap. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, hit the algorithm. Let me know what you guys think of the video, and I'll see you guys next. Peace.